In our legal system, the legislature is the one that makes the laws. The judge is not supposed to make the law. The judge is supposed to interpret the law. So that means that the judge is supposed to apply the law to your case. The legislatures make the laws, but in our society there's more and more laws that need to be made because technology is coming in, the economy is getting more complex, but there's a whole body of law that doesn't change over time. But there are small changes that creep in. They word things better, so they change the law a little bit. They make these general rules that people are supposed to follow. And then in the courtroom, the judge looks at all the case law and decides how the law applies to your particular case. Now, what is case law? Case law is more or less all these other instances where people brought their argument to court and decisions were made in court. The judge has to make sure that your case is treated just like everybody else's case because they don't want to discriminate. That's the good thing about America is we're a country that's based on law. It used to be that the elite, the people in power, had more rights than everybody else, but here, the average guy in the street has just as much rights. The problem is that most people aren't using the rights that they have. You as a person, an American citizen, have all kinds of rights to make all kinds of money, to have all kinds of rights, to have all kinds of benefits, to have all kinds of privileges, but you're probably not using a lot of what you got because you're not talking to your lawyer, or you're not investigating the law yourself. You can learn all this yourself if you got the time and energy. So, just letting you know how the law is made. Laws are supposed to be made so that they're fair to everybody. The legislature makes the law. Of course, we have the legislative branch of government, the judicial branch, and the executive branch. The executive branch, I'm not talking about that in this video, but it more or less has to do with the people in power, like the president or the governor or your mayor, and how they work with law for the benefit of society.